The ice cream truck is here. Mister Softee
Yeah.
will find you if you're lucky.
Mr. Softy?
You don't have Mister. You better
That is a whole name.
shut. You
Like, I mean, don't call it Mr. Hard On, but Mr. Softy?
you shut your mouth
Oh,
right now.
that's
Take
gross.
that back.
I have never been more dry, except when Tom Sandoval plays the trumpet. Was that a car driving by with loud music?
It was a car driving by, but I did not hear music. Can you hear
Your
the people in the
microphone.
park?
Yes, your microphone is incredible.
You can hear the people in the park. That's gonna be a problem for us.
I definitely heard something just now. That's why I was like, whoa, that
Then I have to
car.
turn my voice down. If you can hear the cars outside, then you are hearing my voice too
I
loud.
have mom ears and I can just hear when shit's happening or not happening. God, this Botox is still not working. Okay.
So I told you this earlier, but I will say it again.
Yeah.
I'm to the point in my life where I'm starting to get very offended when people just wish me
Yeah.
happy Mother's Day on Mother's Day because, like, what do you
You're
mean?
a
Me?
teenager.
Like,
That's
who
so
are you
weird.
talking to?
Yeah.
I'm a teenager. So hearing my friends say things like mom ears is crazy to me
It is
because
weird.
what do you mean? What do you mean? We're teenagers.
I mean, can someone tell my mortgage company that I'm not old enough to be paying them? Because I feel, I feel so, oh my God.
Teenage is the appropriate time to buy a house, is when we should have bought houses in
That is
Nashville
when we
when we
should
were
have bought a house.
teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah.
What just
100%.
happened?
Because then we'd be, although Hub House, have you seen that?
Wait, we can't afford it right now, but if we can, we should go to Hub. We should go to Hub House for
Yeah.
one night.
Yeah.
It's like $700 a night, I think. At
That's
least it was.
insane.
At least is what I think I checked when it was CMA Fest, so maybe that was just
Oh,
that time.
that's ludicrous.
Yeah,
Where it's in Nations or Germantown?
I think it's kind of out there actually. I heard it was not in either, like just kind of out there. I'm
That's
gonna have to
weird.
Google it.
That's weird. I mean, what could she really afford to buy in Nashville after she signed that lease with Carl?
It is. It started everything. Everything starts at $7.99 a night.
Oh, that's wild. Okay. I just realized. So I get bored at night when my child is sleeping on me, but I'm not asleep. And oh my God, this is so funny. And so I inquire about things as I'm scrolling on social media. And I've inquired about like Ranger Rick, like junior rangers for my kids. And I've inquired about Ritz Carlton yacht excursions that I'll never go on. And then I get in these really awkward phone calls, sales calls, because I just autofill my information because I'm an idiot. And apparently last night, I filled out an inquiry form for a plastic surgeon in Miami. So I got an email that was like, "What's a good time to talk to you?" And I was like, "Oh, like after 10 p.m. because that's the only time I'm like actually interested in this. Like I'm never going to go get a mommy makeover. I'm never getting a Brazilian butt lift. I don't know why I want it. I was just like, for shits and gigs, let's figure out how much this is. I don't
Yeah.
need to know that. Also, I'm not flying to Miami for literally any cosmetic procedure. And this place calls me today twice, back to back. I didn't realize
A
that that
double
was
call
it.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
that's wild, right? And I'm thinking there must be an emergency in Marathon, Florida. So I'm going to answer again why I don't know. And I just realized that it's because they called the wrong person. They called me, but before they called me, they thought they were calling Hannah. And they want to see about scheduling her surgery for after her graduation. Like I don't know what information you have to put on those little questionnaires. Like, what are you most interested in? What's your
Why
like
do they
problem
know that
concern?
you're about to graduate, Hannah?
Right, Hannah. Hannah, don't get this information on the internet because let me tell you, they didn't even have the right number. So I'm thinking they call me back to back. Like, look, we scrolled through your profile. You need this badly, call us. But really, they were just going down the list and thought I was Hannah. Poor Hannah.
Poor Hannah.
Congrats, though.
I hope they got around to Hannah. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I Googled Hub House. Sorry if I look
Okay.
distracted. Hub House is in a place called Cumberland Heights, which, if you Google Cumberland Heights, the first thing that pops up on Google, like Cumberland Heights, Nashville, the first thing on Google says, help is available. Speak with someone today. Dial 988 for the suicide and crisis lifeline.
Oh.
Did something happen that we don't know about in Cumberland Heights?
I mean, is there a Cumberland Heights like mental hospital? Oh my God, do you remember when we were walking in the park one day? I want to say this was like around this time of year. We were walking downtown, like my family was in town. I had the baby in the stroller, and as we were coming up around like towards the parking lot, there were people coming through, and like a woman had been gone missing, or like there was someone in the. Do you remember this? It's down by the river. Yeah. I think a few women were attacked
We
in
were
that
together
area.
walking down by the river. It's actually so embarrassing to me that we both said down by the river as in normal conversation. And
Down by the riverbanks.
I don't remember that.
It's in Cumberland Park. You know what I'm talking about?
By the stadium?
Um,
Bicentennial Park?
no. Do you remember? It's like
Cumberland
it was
Park.
like you would run that trail.
No, that's Shelby Park.
It is Shelby Park. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting it. But it's the Cumberland River.
It is the Cumberland River.
So I was halfway fucking wrong.
I don't remember that. My big thing from Shelby Park is I was on a run and this girl like waved me down. Like I was running one direction, she was coming towards me and she like waved me down and she was like, "Be so careful. There's this guy here. He just tried to like stab and like kidnap another girl. Be really careful. I see that you're by yourself." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's crazy." And she's like, "Yes, he has on a black shirt and jeans." And I was like, "Oh my God, I just saw that guy. I just passed him." And this girl took off sprinting.
In the direction of the man?
Yes, as if she was going to do something. And she did, because I went about my business, like very much so about my business. I think I was gone for an hour, like down there and back. And then by the time I came back from my run, she was there, cop cars were there, he was in the back of the car. I don't know what she did, but she caught him and then called the cops.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was sort of, it'd be interesting to go back there and see if those trails are still like, I wouldn't say safe. They probably weren't safe then, but
I don't know Cumberland
Yeah.
Heights. Sorry, Hub House. That's
Actually,
New
you know
Nashville.
what? That is New Nashville. You know what this kind of reminds me of is that like empty dance studio that we took to workout class in, and you had to like bring cash, and there was no
Yeah.
furniture.
There
I
was
think
no
this was
furniture.
that area.
I'm
You're
no.
not on the other side of the river even. Yeah.
No,
wild.
where was that? It was on the other. Actually, let me not talk out of my ass. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember we were there when I accidentally told you that Robin Williams died and announced it like it was just nonchalant. Sorry, right after your endorphins were at the highest.
Yeah.
And then I remember another time. I don't know. I don't think you were doing this just yet, or maybe you had. I don't know. Whatever. He had a article written about him in the Tennessean, and this was around the time that the USA Today, bought the Tennessean. So if your articles were popular enough on the local pages, they would make it to USA Today. And then he was also on the front page of a section, not the very front page of the Tennessean, but the front page of like Business in Style or something. And they made what I thought was a joke, which was your entry to tonight's class is flashing a copy of your newspaper. And I thought it was a joke, like, bring your newspaper and we'll have a little celebratory party. And they were dead ass fucking serious. They did not let people in unless they brought a copy of the newspaper, and they would send them to the gas station down the street and tell them to go in. And that's when that really turned me off. And I didn't like that at all.
That's wild.
Yeah, I thought that was so gross. I don't like it.
You know what's fun? I did this one time in Cool Springs. I if you go to the Golden Corral on Sundays and you bring your like church program,
Yeah,
you get
please.
some sort of discount.
Oh yeah, we did that at Sonic for years.
I mean,
10% off
like,
with your church
just
program.
belly up to the trough,
Yeah.
raise it and praise it,
Where
and
do you think
then
you are?
gluttony is all the rage.
Oh my God.
It's like, whoa.
Do you know how many Sonic cups I refilled that were very obviously days, if not weeks old, that people would get a refill of their Diet Coke in because
Can you just like
they couldn't buy.
wash styrofoam?
No, you can't. And
Oh yeah, it
like
dissolves.
it's like $2.50. The way that people in the South
Uh,
just are, I just
yeah.
maybe that's what this podcast should have been called. The way that people in the South are. And then we would have been on some sort of list and
Yeah,
some sort
we
of
would
target.
I mean, like a no fly list, no below the Mason Dixon line list. Doesn't sound so bad.
I know. But do you know that even Washington, D.C. is below the Mason-Dixon? It's technically the South.
Technically, yeah.
But I don't want to go right there right now anyways. So.
No, and honestly, we couldn't go to Hub House if that were the case. So we'll have to report. Well, actually, we pinky swear in the next 12 months, we will record
Yes.
a podcast
Yeah.
from the Hub House.
If it's still around.
If it's still around, you know what? She might want royalties though, so we're gonna have to talk about that.
No, please. No. They set it up for influencers to take pictures and
You would
surely we'll be able to do that.
You would think. I mean, little Gemma's gotta get a college fund at some point. So
Well, now that
let's
we know
talk about it.
now that we know that you don't think she's going to make it in life because Gemmas are the worst, maybe she does need a way to get.
You need something. No, okay. So let's debrief this week's episode.
Yes, let's welcome everyone here. Hey guys, we have not even said hello to you.
That's okay because editing isn't linear, and we can do that anytime.
It's called
You you do all of this.
It's called
let's
a
be real.
cold open.
If SNL can do it for 75 years, so can we, okay?
Please.
Thank you.
Please.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. So happy to have you here. This is No, But Seriously, where sometimes we are serious, but mostly not because
Mostly
we
we're
have
not.
to distract
Survive.
ourselves. Yep. So glad to have you.
Yeah. Welcome back. Did you watch Summer House, everyone?
I hope so because I know there's a few people that have listened and they're catching up. My sister and I have been trying to like real time keep up with the Valley because she's probably the only other person I know watching it.
Yeah,
we'll find
sorry,
out from the
it's
ratings. I
not
also
me
learned
yet.
that Kristen Doty and Nia Bucco, is that I think her last name? Their due dates are a week apart.
Who is this Nina? Who's Nina?
Nia is married to this guy, Danny Bucco, who is a sort of like self-proclaimed like D-list actor. He did like you would see him in spoofs like Super Fast, which is like a parody of Fast and the Furious, that kind of thing. I think he does a lot of voiceover work. She actually was like Miss Universe or something. She's very yeah. First season, she had newborn twins. This season,
Oh, they're on the show.
they're on the show. We see her and Kristen going to like fertility acupuncturists and trying to like sync their cycles. And I just think it's weird that now they're due in a couple weeks, a week apart, and we know that that's coming. Sorry. Couldn't think of another word there. And now we're watching the season where they're like, oh, I'm ovulating. It's just like it's a strange thing to see in real time.
Bro needs to get with the editing. Like they need to just be faster. I can't wait this
I know.
long.
I need it in real time.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Love Island's coming back soon. And if you are a Bravo producer or editor, please just take note because if they can turn that shit around in 72 hours, I know
You know it.
you can give us a full season of Summer House before Thanksgiving.
Listen, if JoJo Siwa's ex-girlfriend can discover the demise of her own relationship in real time with the rest of the world in watching Big Brother, We should be able to have some Bravo shows a
Yeah.
little quicker.
I think I want to start watching Big Brother. Maybe next year. I mean, obviously, I think it's done, but like, it seems like something I would be into because that seems interesting.
I have never watched a whole season, but I have watched those like compilation videos where they're showing like the biggest like shockers in past episodes. I actually think New York was on one where
Yeah,
she like
yeah.
it's
Someone named,
so
yes, that I know
funny. And
that for
David died,
sure.
and she's like, "Oh my god!" And she's like, "David Bowie, my ex-husband," but she thought it was a guy in the. It was just bedlam. It was so fucking unhinged. I actually really liked that, and that's the only part I watched of that entire season. So
I mean,
whatever.
it's the highlight. I don't watch any of them, and I knew that that happened, and it was funny to me.
Yeah. So that's where we're at on the valley for right now. I will say one very interesting thing. If you have ever had a narcissist in your life, it is very validating to watch Jax Taylor come unraveled. He is rage texting his wife because they're still legally married from rehab. Meanwhile, he's in therapy sessions about 7 hours a day. He gets these 15-minute breaks and he's just berating her. He's like, "Hey, can you talk? Hey, can you talk? There's something I want to tell you. I just realized this thing. I can't believe you're not supporting me. Why the fuck? Blah, blah, blah. You should check on me. You should want to be there for me. What's wrong? This isn't sickness and in health." All this stuff. Meanwhile, Kristen Doty, other people in the cast, or probably other friends of his, because he's desperate for that like narcissistic like they feed on that attention, right? Like they need a source. He's telling them like, "I'm so glad I have this opportunity. I'm really glad to be here so I can grow." And it's like it's the two-headed snake, and you get to see it. Not that we didn't know that Jax was a shitty person, but it's the redemption for Brittany, who I'm indifferent about, and it's the seeing it play out where I don't know if he is just so consumed with himself, but like, did you not think that production was going to capture both sides of that?
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Let me tell you something. I know we all joke about it, but when Jax Taylor said, "What are you talking about? I'm the number one guy in this group," I knew then he's a
Yeah.
psychopath. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
how is that even actually something that you say out loud? And like, that was
Out
true.
loud.
I'm sure that he, turns on, turns off, like, lets the mask slip. That moment was a mask slip. I'm drunk. That moment
Absolutely.
was a mask slip for sure. And like, I just don't know in what world that's a normal thing to say. I'm the number one guy in this group. It's crazy.
Well, there was only one time that Lisa actually said, like, "Make no mistake, this is my show. My name is on it, not yours." And he just sort of like cowered with his tail between, "Oh, yes, Lisa, of course. I didn't mean it like that. I just, da da da." But then in interviews and his little podcast tour, he would say, like, "Well, think about it, like she wouldn't have had a show years ago if it weren't for me." And it's like, other than being the controversy, he wasn't bringing substance. He wasn't making anyone's life better. And I think some people kept him around because that was interesting, but deplatforming him was a really smart choice. Having this spin-off, giving him a sports bar, enabling an addict, like he's come forward and said, "Yeah, I have a problem with cocaine." I guess the problem is he doesn't have access to it anymore. I don't know, but honestly, he's just, if you take away all those substances, he still is a bad person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is what's happening on the latest. And then you're just watching these other two divorced people. Yeah, I understand, like, reality TV is this sort of like inflated idea of a certain lifestyle or persona, but the way these relationships have deteriorated and then they have to coexist with their exes. Like, Carl and Lindsay don't have kids together. She's about to have a kid with somebody else. They don't have to coexist in this summer house situation. And it hasn't even been like a full year since they were supposed to have wed. And then we have Jesse and
Speaking of two-headed
Chick.
snake,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
wild.
just wild. I had a lot of thoughts. I don't want to take us off track because I do want to talk about
Nope.
Summer House. But I
Yeah,
do
let's
wonder
do it.
if there's going to be a spinoff and Lindsay will get her own show called Hub House. Could you imagine? I don't know what would be on it, but
Lexi said that last night
she did.
on. She said on Watch What Happens Live. It was like the rapid fire. Do you think Lindsay will come back next summer with the baby, or do you want to see that? She's like, no, but I'd like to see her on her own Bravo show.
Oh,
And
interesting.
someone else made a comment, and they were like, well, maybe, or that's.
Oh, interesting. I promise I did not watch that. I refused to watch it with Lexi. I did not want to give her or her family members any more attention.
Yeah. Did you see that they were the yeah. I do. I'm going on record. I take back every good thing I said about Lexi.
I might too, actually. Like, I think as a human and as a woman,
Who's been 23.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, also, yes. But like as a woman, I want what's best for Lexi as a woman. I do not think that she should have been manipulated and gaslit by Jesse Solomon as she was. But that's, I think, where my support stops because, like, she is just as attention grabbing as she is accusing him to be. And
Yeah.
I would like to hear less from her and I would like to know less about her.
Hear less. I think we ended last week saying good for her. Like she stood her ground. She really stood up for herself. But in what we're seeing this week, them showing up happy go lucky, lovey dovey, and her being like, yeah, we had these hard conversations and we talked about things and it's really about communication. And I'm like, it's about lying. He says one thing to you, one thing to someone else. So then we understand that she's like, okay, this is a fresh start. This is a clean slate. And then he's like, yeah, I thought I was out. And then she was like, so are we going to make up? Like this, your choice. The ball's in your court. And that's a whole conversation that wasn't on film. Like we don't know anything about that, but that's how he's recounting it to West.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to see receipts of that because you've already proven to not be very accurate,
Yeah.
Jesse Solomon.
Yeah.
But
Both
I
of,
don't know.
both of them are terrible. I don't want any more of this. Yeah. No, thank you. Unsubscribe.
Where's Emerald? Where's Emerald? Bring back Emerald. Who would have thought I'd ever say it?
So I have a lot to say. I have something to say. I saw a post that I believe Kyle posted it. Actually, Queens of Bravo posted this. I don't know where they got this from, but it was a picture of all the men wearing what they were wearing in last night's episode in the Summer House house. And Emerald's also in that picture. Also, in the beginning of yesterday's episode, when someone was asking, who are we missing? Who's not coming? No, I didn't catch it. I don't think a lot of other people caught it, but Lexi said, "Oh, Gabby's not here. Gabby
Gabby's
won't be
coming
here."
tomorrow.
But no one said it. Oh, where's Emerald? It's because Emerald was there and he got
They
edited
edited
out.
out.
And so I would like to just remind all the Emerald haters out there that it is possible that people can share things about themselves and that the producers will edit it out because they want someone to be a certain trick pony, a one trick pony, or have a certain, like, one thing about them. And it's so bad that they can be in the house and we not even realize it. That's all I'm going to say about the people who want more from Emerald.
He tried to give us more.
We don't know that he didn't.
Okay, I was wondering about that because when he was on Watch What Happens Live, he spoke about the rest of the season as if he was on it. He's like, I guess we'll have to see. Like, more, we'll, you tell me what you think after. Was the decision made after the fact? Is that why it takes him so long to get these put together? Like, why did we not see his bedroom? Paige went into Gabby's room
Yeah.
when she burned her hand. I feel like a detective.
Yeah. Maybe I want to go back and watch it. Whose room was she in? Because it was Sarah that left that hair,
Curling iron
the
on and
curling
then
iron
laughed.
on.
She was like,
yeah, she did
"You
certainly
did
laugh
that?"
at that. Yeah, she
Like,
had zero
so
sympathy.
confused.
Yeah.
As a nurse too.
I know.
Sorry.
But maybe she was just like, I've seen worse. You're fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, she didn't realize she's the one that left it on. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But no, yeah, I don't think we saw his room. I don't know. I did hear, and I don't know what I don't listen. Don't take anything that I say for fact right now. I mean, especially right now, I don't know anything about anyone, but I did hear that he did not stay the entire reunion, and there was a selfie posted that Andy went out with all of the Summer House men after the reunion for beers or
Hmm.
something, and Emerald is not in that picture either.
Okay.
So
Justice for Emerald. This sucks. I'm actually mad for
I
him.
am mad for him too. I think that the world bullied him off of this show, but also there might be something that happened at the reunion that if he walked out, Bravo might have been because they just filmed the reunion a week or two ago.
Yeah.
So maybe something happened and
They recut it.
they recut it. But also then, so you're telling me, Bravo, that your editors can work quickly? What are we doing here? I'm just curious. Just asking.
So we can have deadlines. Got it. Did I tell you I'm going on a solo wellness retreat? Yeah. So apparently you can look these up and like geographically you can decide, and there's sort of some sort of search engine where you can be like, okay, I like yoga, meditating's fine, crystals, yay. There's like a moon goddess one happening this weekend in Wisconsin. I was like, it's a bit of a drive. I'll be good. I'll admire the moon from here. But yeah, you can find, and you can, there's all kinds of price ranges, let me tell you. But yeah, you can do like solo wellness retreats.
Where's yours going to be?
Paw Paw, Michigan. I'm just kidding.
Stop. The way that I was a millisecond from being like, what a coincidence!
No way. Just a week too early.
Look at Tom Sandoval being so influential.
My sister was like, "Why are you not going to see Tom Sandoval?" Like, and I was like, "Because I cannot give him money. Like, I'm not doing it. That's silly."
Also, the tickets were
They
expensive.
were ridiculous. They were ridiculous for what they are.
Who does he think he is? Beyonce?
Mine is the one I'm going to is in a small town in Michigan. That's what I'll say. I mean, by the time this airs, am I important enough to stalk? Is someone going to find me?
That is what I thought.
Also, do we think it's a coincidence that Trisha paid us just after
No,
the
I know. Wait,
Pope?
the curse is back on. Also, I did learn there someone else died right before her second baby. It was like a president of Turkey or something. It is the curse is on. The curse is real.
If she names this baby Leo. Also, it's an American Pope, the first American Pope.
How do we feel about that?
So in my almost my 30 seconds of research,
My scrolling on TikTok.
yes. So I live in a very an area with a very large Catholic population, and a fairly liberal one at that, I would say. Even though there's a large Catholic university here, there's been more liberal leanings recently, and I think that it was a pretty clear statement by the Vatican, and by I think I mean again this minimal research, that Francis was more progressive for human rights. And Leo is the same way. He's been a bit outspoken on Twitter. Who would have ever thought, be like, our current Pope has several tweets,
I know.
many Twitter tweet X posts about, yeah. So I think that it could be good. I think that it's an olive branch when a lot of the rest of the world is like, America, you're drunk, girl. What are you doing? But the Vatican is like, listen, we need to make a statement. We need to come together. And I honestly didn't think they would make the decision this quickly. But
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just grateful that we don't have Pope Trump and that the Pope that they did select is not down with that shit.
yeah, he's really not. And he does have dual citizenship. I think he was naturalized as a Peruvian
I heard that as
national.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he does want to make sure that people who have not historically been spoken for are heard. So I think it could be good.
Yeah.
And this is me coming from a nobody. I'm nobody. I'm not Catholic. I'm in my closet acting like I My opinion counts. It doesn't, but
Well,
that's what I think.
you are from the Chicago area, and so is
I
he.
am. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
local hero.
I do think that's pretty cool. So, um, as if we needed another. I had an old man in the post office today who I didn't think that was a sentence I would say in 2025, but I walked into a post office today and this old man just making chitter chatter and he was like, "Wouldn't that be cool if if he came back to Chicago and the Sox and the Cubs played each other, he could throw out the first pitch." That was the least unhinged thing he said, like the least weird thing he said, and I was like, that would be a really funny cartoon. But I was just like, mm-hmm. Could you imagine the Pope throwing out the first pitch? Like, has that happened? Am I just crazy? That sounds so weird.
I don't know, but when that AI image of the Pope in that white puffer jacket came out, I believed that shit immediately. And the way that it sent a chill down my spine, and I thought the world is healed right now. We need that actually more than ever. In fact, Valentino right now needs to be making a
Yeah.
puffer jacket for the new Pope Leo.
Right.
Because I think that
Right.
we need that. It's time. We're ready. And we would
Fine.
appreciate that. A Red Sox versus White Sox game, I'm not sure. But a puffer jacket, I can get down
Well,
with.
yeah, Red Sox are in Boston, but I feel ya. I
If
feel
you
ya.
think I know, if you think I
I
can
know
name
you
more than
don't.
five
I
baseball
know
teams,
you don't. Listen,
the
you
Sox.
naming baseball teams and me coming up with three quarterbacks?
Yeah. Also, why, like, the Sox should be in this? If you have a city with two teams, why wouldn't it just be two different colored socks? Like, that seems more realistic than the Cubs and the White Sox.
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't.
The
It's
red,
crazy.
it should be red. It could, it's like West Side Story. The Red Sox and the White Sox. Yeah, everyone wears their red or their
Yeah.
white. Please,
Yeah.
I should
Well,
rule
I
the
think
world.
that's a little more like Crips and Bloods, but you know what is
There's no blue in
blasphemous?
any of this. White and Red Sox. No,
Just
no one said Blue Sox. It's not a team. Start your own team.
do you know what the Chicago MLS team, the soccer team is called?
No, I can only name one soccer team because I live there here.
Oh, what are they?
The Philadelphia Union.
The Union. I love that.
The Chicago Blue. Are they the Blue Sox?
What would feel blasphemous to you?
Is it blasphemous for humanity or blasphemous for Chicago?
Chicago.
The Chicago Flat Pizzas.
Think like what was a maybe disaster that happened in that city?
Oh, the Chicago Fire. They're the Chicago firefighters.
They're the Chicago Fire. Nope, the Chicago Fire. Like the actual tragedy.
That's actually crazy.
It's wild. And to start their
Why do they do
games,
that?
I don't know. I guess it's been long enough. Molly Malone's cow is dead and we're good. So they had God, it was Pete Wentz from
Ashley Simpson's ex-boyfriend.
yeah, I think he's married to someone else now, but yeah.
Someone that we know.
No, definitely not. I don't know her. I didn't know Ashley Simpson either, to be honest. Yeah, so they come out and then they break the glass on this giant like fire alarm and then it's like woo,
That's worse.
and then the team comes out. They've really capitalized. They've like leaned into this whole thing.
Wait. Okay, first of all, I would hate that. Also, secondly, Pete
Yeah.
Wentz and Ashley Simpson were married.
Wow. That feels like a fever dream.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. The more you know. What were we talking about?
I know. Okay, Summer House. So, do we have any other things to talk about Summer House? My
Okay.
quick and dirty Summer House things are notes would be if Amanda doesn't want children, I think that she is well within her right, and I think that she should tell Kyle. This also would be a really great way to not be married to Kyle anymore if that's something that she doesn't want either. Because and now she should also do it if that is something that she knows for sure in her life. If she's still figuring it out, figure it out, girl. But if she knows for sure she no longer wants to have kids,
Yeah.
just let him know sooner than later. Because he still deserves a chance, I guess. Also, Sierra walking away from West when West was talking about how he was sad was like, I think it's gonna rub people the wrong way. But also from my perspective, it made me like Sierra a little bit more. Not necessarily that she walked away, but also like, what do you mean you found out that a tragic thing had happened in your life and you immediately went to Sierra's house and cried in her bed for hours, but you didn't like her like that and it wasn't that deep?
Yeah.
Is there anything else? What happened with Lindsay? Nothing. What happened
Nothing. It was
with
so
Paige?
boring.
Nothing. What happened
Nothing.
with
Nothing.
Carl?
Nothing.
Is there anyone else that we're forgetting about? Gabby wasn't there.
This is another reason to support your theory that they've gone back and re-edited because it was very boring. Nothing
Actually,
happened.
did we only talk about what's her face and what's his
Yeah.
face?
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
There's not a cast
Super
member we're
lame.
forgetting about?
No.
Wow. What a boring episode. There's only two
So
more left. We certainly will see what happens if Emerald is
it better
edited
get
in or
good.
out.
Mm.
I saw that he also raised the price on his cameo, so congratulations, you got in early.
Wow.
Do you have any rapid fire thoughts?
No, I really don't. I think it was kind of a boring episode. It was a non-event. Um, I mean, I guess I expect that like Gabby and Lexi's party was like unremarkable, but they might have just like cut it off. I don't even think there was a cliffhanger, to be honest. Like,
Oh yeah, surely then next, because then we didn't see people leave yet, so maybe next week we'll see
yeah.
the rest of
Hmm.
the rest of
Hmm.
that weekend.
Right. Yeah, they split it up, but
Interesting.
we shall see.
We shall see. It looks like Lexi's gonna break up with Jesse, but
Yeah, well, we thought that before.
yeah. And also, if we are true about it being the same weekend, it's weird to come into the house together and then break
Hmm.
up while you're
Hmm.
there, which would also support not necessarily my theory, but a lot of people's theories about she came on with a plan and she needed to do that show on camera and she needed to say, "Oh, we need to get back together." And then here's this bomb on camera. I'm not saying that that's true.
Yeah, but it would go to support that particular theory
And when three people are working together, they can come up with quite a plan.
because she hasn't had a singular thought yet. It's always her mom or her sister.
Yeah, it's the three of them. They're
Yeah.
collaborating at all times.
All right, welcome back. We have another edition of Reality or Rumor. It's the game where we play true or false, essentially, with celebrity lore and news. And basically, your job, Trina, is to figure out if the headline is actually true or if it's just another crazy, almost believable left of the truth. Truth adjacent. There we go. It's better. Cool. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. You're a Met Gala girl, right? You love the Met Gala.
I'm so excited about the Met Gala this
Did
week.
you happen to see that Leonardo DiCaprio brought a date
I did.
for the first time ever?
I did.
You did?
Hmm.
So is it reality?
I heard they skipped the red carpet, but they showed up, and there was the photo of them like inside the gala,
Very good. Very good.
and she's
Well done.
26.
Oh my God. Wow. She came with her own AARP card.
I mean, his cutoff was 25 before. Maybe he's growing,
Yes. Wow.
maturing, one would say.
Oh. Another couple that made their debut.
Kylie and Timothy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's obviously reality because you know. All right. Let's see. So, I don't know if you've seen a lot. Post Malone has been doing a lot of like crossover songs and like he did some stuff with country artists and he's like trying his hand at a few different things. One of those is to found a new desert-based wellness center for his fans specifically, where they can come spend time with him and disconnect.
Part of me wants to say rumor only because we did two realities in a row. But it feels like it could
It's very
be.
posty. Yeah.
Yeah. So if this is rumor, this is a very good job. But I'm gonna say no. If this is real, I don't know. But I'm gonna say it's rumor only because 3 realities in a row would be madness.
It would be absolutely crazy. You're right. It is a rumor.
But he should do that. You should give him that
Should.
idea.
Uh, yes.
Slide into his
Okay.
DMs.
Let me just hang it real fast.
But like credit. You need to get credit for that.
Yeah, for sure.
If anyone hears about Post Malone opening a wellness,
I'm
anything,
the first one in line in this
you better
cult.
let us know. First line in the cult. First line with your hand out. You better give Callahan her royalties for that.
Show me the money.
There better be a wing named after her. The Callahan.
I think
Callahan. What's another C word that could be like? Oh, the Callahan.
commute, collective.
Yeah. The Callahan.
I think it's more nature based. There's not really like a wing. I think it's like pitching tents.
Okay.
I think
You can have a circle of trees. The Callahan circle of trees.
Okay. Mariah Carey will headline Capital's summertime ball in the UK. A departure from her typical wintertime queen.
How much is she? Are they paying her? That will tell me if it's real or not.
I don't know.
What's the capital summertime ball? What's capital in the UK? Is that a thing?
Like London? Like the capitals? Like the summertime ball in the capital.
This
in
is
the UK.
fake. Is it fake?
No, it's real.
Really? I wonder
real.
how much they paid her.
I don't know. A lot.
Have you seen any of her performances recently?
No, because my feed is flooded with Katy Perry crashing out in front of our eyes. It's like an Indian
Why did she do that?
summer.
Why was she doing that?
She was making fun of the people making fun of her.
But here's
I
the
don't sing
thing.
like that. I'm like, you do sing like that.
But I mean, I'm sitting here watching you do that. And because of this cool thing called editing, I don't know that you're being facetious. So yet again, Katy Perry, you look absurd.
You look crazy.
She just doesn't understand.
Yeah. Okay, Meghan Markle's newest feud is with Gwyneth Paltrow over a clean skincare brand and their subsequent feud regarding branding, formulations, and marketing capabilities.
That's fake because they just posted an Instagram together.
Why do you know that?
I think we should actually switch who does reality and rumor and who does Bravo or bullshit.
Yeah, this sucks. It sucks to suck. It sucks to lose.
It's not that you're losing anything. I'm just so chronically online.
Good.
Because I don't have children to raise or like people to keep alive. I can just scroll the Reddit until my eyes bleed, and then I don't have someone like, you have responsibilities. I just can't.
Okay, here's one of my favorites though. Simon Cowell turned down $150,000 to judge a couple having sex.
Okay, I do think I saw that. And I only saw that headline. Is that true?
Yes. What? Oh my God.
I'm telling you, chronically online, I need to find more hobbies.
I need to get on Reddit more. And I'm the one that introduced you.
I was going to say the same thing. What is this turned into?
Wild. What? Like, are we in the upside down? Okay, I'm just going to call it. You did great. Let's go to Bravo or bullshit.
We're going to switch because you should know that I struggle with these sometimes. Also, you should know.
Me or the listeners?
You personally.
Okay.
I did not set you up for success here because it was hard for me. I got what I could get.
Okay.
Because the only Bravo show I'm currently watching, I think, is Summer House.
Summer House, yeah.
So it was either going to turn into a full-blown Summer House podcast, which what are we going to talk about in 4 weeks when this show's over? So I had to
Mm,
pull things from otherwhere,
okay.
from elsewhere, other places.
Yeah.
Some of these you may not have seen. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay.
Okay.
First quote. I used to have a happy family in LA, and now everyone hates each other.
Um,
I can give you a hint for each of these if you want a hint at any point.
but if you give me a hint, then I know if it's bullshit or not,
No, I can
or
make
if
up a
it's a
hint.
fake.
No,
Okay.
I can make up a
Okay.
hint, I'm sure. I'm,
Honestly, I'm gonna say it's Bravo. It's real because, uh, you know, Holly weird. I don't know.
do you have any clues on what or who or anything else? Any ideas? You don't
Is it
have to.
is it a Baldwin? Did a Baldwin say that?
No.
No,
That was
it's
your.
bullshit.
It's not.
Oh.
That came from your second favorite Tom. Tom Schwartz said it on Summer House 2 weeks ago when he was talking about
Oh, yeah.
this is a family. I love being here. I used to have a family back in LA. Now we all hate each
Now we hate
other.
each other. Yeah, but like, I mean, I think we know that I kind of tuned out Tom Schwartz that whole time. I was like, why are you on my
Yeah,
screen?
I'm so glad he went back home.
Yeah.
Okay. Second quote is I'm the backbone of this entire team and I get shit done. Put some respect on my name.
That really feels like like a a, a below deck comment, but I'm gonna say bullshit.
Okay.
God damn it! You're psyching me out.
I don't know. I'm trying to keep a straight
Yeah.
face.
Okay. It's a little too straight.
This was from when, this is also from Summer House when they were playing kickball and Paige caught the ball. Remember when she caught that ball and they lifted her up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
I
sorry.
sure do. I sure do. I do remember that now.
Okay.
Well, the next one's got to be bullshit because, as you noticed, two truths then equal a lie.
I
Go.
thought you, I thought you were a dick. I still think you're a dick.
I mean, I think it's bullshit, but I would like to incorporate that now in my repertoire.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
Okay, let me think of a hint. This was said to one person's child to another person's child.
Oh, is that no? That show hasn't even started yet. With like the kids of the stars. I think it's bullshit. I mean, we're all someone's child, right? Like, wait, hang on a second. We're all God's children. Shit. Just tell me. Put me out of my fucking misery, please. It's bullshit.
It's from the preview.
God damn
I
it.
felt like in the moment that I told you that this was going to be hard, that I did make it hard for you, but not on purpose because it was just I was struggled. But I figured if it's called Bravo or bullshit, that it can come
Yeah.
from all of Bravo. So
It really can.
you might eventually get some things from like BravoCon or a
Yeah.
preview,
What is
or
this
maybe
new
even
show called?
it's called Next Gen NYC, and I can
That's right, yeah.
probably tell you I'm not going to be watching it, but I will watch on TikTok, and if it seems
Yep.
interesting, then I will tune in for sure. But apparently, Ariana Bierman gets into some sort of argument with. I want to call him Seth Marks, but I feel like that's his dad, Meredith Marks' son, whose name is Bruce.
Bruce.
Brian.
There's no good Brian. We already figured that out.
Well, I don't know that he's a good kid. I don't know anything about him.
Well, she thought he was a dick, and he still is. So, but it's Ariana Bierman. So,
It is Ariana Bierman. His name is Brooks. Okay, Brooks. Brooks Marks.
that's much more rich boy.
And like, no disrespect to Brooks Marks. He could be great. I don't know anything about
He
him.
could be. He really could.
I know that his. Did you ever watch Elsa S? Oh my god, I don't. I can't believe I said that
STL?
again. SLC,
See?
which I need to just
No.
say. Did you ever watch Salt Lake City?
No.
God, you should, in your off time, catch up. Last 2 seasons, Chef's Kiss.
I would like you to inform me when my off time begins. Maybe this weekend on my wellness retreat, my self-guided wellness retreat in Paw Paw, Michigan, I will actually just, instead of reading books, I will binge Salt Lake City.
I mean, that sounds like the best kind of self care.
All right, great.
Okay. Did she bottle up any of that toe jam on her way out?
Ew, please be bullshit. Please. Please don't be true. That can't be right. Nobody said that.
That one is bullshit.
Okay, good. Ugh. Ew.
I have one more. I have one more.
Perfect.
What about me? No one checks in on me.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah.
I got one for you.
Fucking
I did get
Jax.
one for you. It was Jax.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have stopped at what about me? That's a narcissist right there. What about me? Yeah. It's all about you.
It's all about Jax.
I love that the trend that's like I'm applauding myself, you know? It's like I'm gonna love you until you hate me.
No, I don't. I'm not on that side of
You haven't
TikTok.
seen that? Oh my gosh.
All of my current FYP is full of like, yeah, bitch, quit your job. It'll be fine. Figure it out. I quit my job and I'm living my best life. You should do it too. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's so scary.
They don't say it like that, but it just like really gasses me up. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should do it. Should I do it? Does anyone think I should do it?
I was just thinking about it, girl. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
We'll see if I do it.
God, 2020 feels like so long ago, and yet it was like last week. Are they drag racing? Like, I don't
I
understand.
can't believe you heard that.
I need you to become an Amazon affiliate because the way you could sell that fucking microphone. You know how there aren't people living in your attic because you would hear them with that microphone.
We're actually going to start an Amazon storefront just to do this now. What a good
I
idea.
love it.
Give us a week or two and this microphone will be on it. Stay tuned. I'll let you know
Stay
the
tuned.
exact model.
It's so good.
I can't believe you heard that. Do we
You
have
don't
any?
even live on a busy street.
Do we have? But you know, when it starts to get warm outside, the boys come out in
They gotta
Philadelphia.
show off, yeah.
The ice cream truck is here. Mister Softee will find you if you're lucky.
Mister Softee?
You don't have Mister. You better.
That is a
shut. You.
like, I mean, don't call it Mr. Hard On, but Mister Softee?
You shut your mouth
Oh.
right now.
That's gross.
Take that back.
I have never been more dry, except when Tom Sandoval plays the trumpet. Mr. Softee?
Goodbye, y'all. We're
we're
I
done.
can't.
We're done. Join us next week.
No.bs.pod. We'll be around.